what are your go-to plugins for mixing and mastering, and what specific features do you find most useful in them? And I know these are like vague, but you
Yeah.
know.
Man, the funny thing about plugins is it's never ending. Like
Oh yeah.
there's a new plugin every week,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
10, you know.
Yeah.
And we have thousands of them. And me personally, I buy most of them because I receive sessions from people,
Mm.
and I hate when I get a session and a plugin comes up blank that I don't
Inactive
own.
and yeah.
And sometimes it's just like a little EQ that I'm gonna redo anyways. Other times it's like an important effect,
Mm.
and I don't know what that was, so I go buy it. So I like, oh
Wow.
yeah, that's important. They don't want me to redo that. They want to keep that, you know.
Wow.
So I invest in a lot of the plugins, and there's got to be like 2,000 now on my system.
Wow.
But there's probably I think it's around 50 or 60 that I use regularly,
All the time.
all the time. And then the other ones are kind of like the other ones are
Damn.
like, oh, if someone else used it and I liked it and I want to keep it, cool. Or if I'm just one day I'm like, man, I want something new and different. Let me go see what I haven't used in a while. But
Oh,
otherwise,
nice.
there's about 50 or 60, and man, like stuff from Valhalla, Fab Filter. Those two companies are great. McDSP,
Mm.
Make Believe, our
Yeah.
friends Rick.
Shout
You
out.
know, they're some of my favorite plugins. The Make Believe plugins and the Metric Halo channel strip. Um, Gold Clip and Orange Clip by Swab Digital. Those are fantastic. Isotope Ozone 11 is invaluable. Um, so many great ones. I'm looking over at my screen right now, trying like it's
Sessions
gonna
are up and running
like
around here,
it's gonna
people. Just know
remind
that.
me. Yeah, it's just so many, man. It's like a blur, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of great ones, you know.
Is there so within the? I'm wondering too. Like within the 50, are those basically those are like can't live without.
Kind of, yeah.
Can't live
I
without.
mean, if I went to another studio with a rig and they didn't have them, I would apply my same mental techniques to those. But some things are special, like you know, like the Gold Clip or Ozone 11, like has special processes in it. Or like some of the things I use the make believe plugins
Mm-hmm.
for, they sound a certain way, which other
Mm.
plugins don't have that sound.
Mm.
The Mixwave stuff.
Yeah.
Mixwave's a great company. Their plugins are phenomenal. They're kind of new to me, but um, their plugins have a specific sound, and that's kind of how I engineer when I pull up a track. Let's say it's a guitar, and I hear, okay, that's what the guitar is. What's my finish line? What do I want it to sound like? And maybe it's exactly how it is, and I use no plugins. Or other times I'll hear this finish line. It's like, okay, I'm going to achieve that with this mixed wave plugin, Soothe by OEK, and this plugin, and those three are going to get me there. So I put them on, and you know, a lot of times I'm right. Other times I got to experiment a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I hear a sound and then hear a finish line, and then think in my head what it takes to get there, and then that's what I do.
Mm.
So those plugins get very specific to me. If I had to change them, it would just become a little more experimental. You know?
Just to kind of catch your flow again and
Yeah.
get where you like to be.
Yeah.